Listener discretion advised. The content may be offensive. This is Domina Della Pie, Mistress Sasha Storm, and it is about presenting Mistress Sasha Storm. In this recording, usually it's Domina Della Pie. That's my performance artist persona, and Mistress Sasha Storm is the Domina that I am. The Domina in me. So today it's about the art of sensual touch and love. And I felt it important because I have some males, or maybe men, I don't know, should I call them men? Are they men? Because they are not listening, and so maybe they are men. Because men don't listen to women, is that what it's? That's the charge against the men. But I'm going to say it's males. I'm going to say it's dudes, it's guys who don't listen. Men, I believe, listen. Because they have to. In order to be great and great men, you have to listen. So, it's important. The men pursue me, and I'm not really, I can't reciprocate the energy they're pushing forth. And especially, it's not just one guy or two guys or three guys, it's a bunch of guys, and it's depleting energy. So I already don't appreciate that. They're not energizing me, but I energize them, you see. And I have to be mindful of that, because I need my energy to do my work. I have not done domination in some time now, but I started to do domination after doing massage. In my life, I'm not really, how shall we say it? I'm not formally trained in anything at all. I'm not marginalized, but I have been. I was marginalized in the past, and that caused me to overlook and miss out on many opportunities due to my fear of the next step. I've outstepped all those steps. So here I am talking about the art of sensual touch in relation to love, and as it applies to me in my life, and may perhaps be like yours. Many of us can relate to just wanting love, because we know love, because we give love, we represent love, we are love, and we're loving, and we deserve to be loved and to receive love, because we're open to love. What I'm not open to is the come-ons, the relentless, how shall we say, coming on to you, pursuing you, in pursuit of me. It's not making me feel good, nice. It's not making me feel horny. It's not making me feel like I want to have you as much as you want to have me. The reason is I am not like you. You are promiscuous. And they say, what is it? Is it opposites attract, or is it law of attraction? I don't believe this law of attraction applies here, because I'm not promiscuous, a word that the promiscuous people hate. Why would they hate that word if promiscuity means that you're basically community body, community pussy, community whatever orifices you give up in that pursuit? So imagine if I were to be so flattered by this attention and pursuit, if I were to go with everybody who says they want me, I want you, or they desire me, I just want to fuck you. When these guys talk this talk, right? Maybe they're doing it on purpose as a joke. Maybe they're joking, I don't know. Or maybe that's just who they are. But I don't respect this kind of man, and I don't think that's very manly. But I'm going to use the word man loosely here. I don't really want to insult anyone, because I tend to talk about, experiences I have. So if if I am around you, talking to you, and you show me this side of yourself, and even especially if I've told you that I'm not interested in you sexually, and that I'm not thinking about you in those ways. And in fact, it's not even personal. It's not just you. Just in general, guys who step to me with this kind of lingo, sex talk, and desire for me, it's a turn off. You see, because if a guy approaches me and it's there, it's there. Either it's there or it's not. And this is what you guys are failing to grasp. And I have to keep repeating myself. So if I say no and if I didn't fuck you 10 years ago, 15 years ago, we didn't do it, and I've known you, you've known me 8 years, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, if we've hung out and we didn't even flirt, come on, man. You see, I'm not like those easy, sleazy, and teasy girls who you just pay them a compliment, you buy them a drink, smoke them up, you roll them a blunt, boom, you can do whatever you want with them, because that's what's important, the exchange. Come on, man. Instead of going to you for my cannabis, I'll grow my own. How about that? And even if I didn't grow my own, I wouldn't suck your dick for a smoke. It's just, I don't understand. So you guys are used to being, your penis is community penis is what I call it, community genitals. And why then would you want to pursue a woman like me? That's your ego. It tells you that, oh, I can get her, I'm gonna get her, all these guys want her. It's just again, you're vibrating very low, just like the others in that pursuit, and you're competing to see which one's gonna get me first. Like, seriously, I just don't understand that, because you're not grasping. I am not like you. Okay, so if I were like you, I would be receptive to your pursuit and your advances towards me, but I'm not, and I'm offering friendship, and you guys, you are so messed up, and most of you have had this sexual abuse, and you're not acknowledging that as a bad thing that happened. You think that's a good thing that happened because you were a guy, and so it was okay. Well, was it okay when the man raped you too? I don't know, because today you wouldn't, if the right guy came along, you would do it with him, right? But I'm not into being a free-for-all. I'm not here as a free-for-all. If that were the case, I'd be out there making a lot of money selling my ass, right? But I'm not interested in that. I've never been interested in that. So to me, this kind of sex thing, if I can't have the one love of my life, then I'll do without. But I won't go and use my body for making money in that way. I know we all use our bodies to make money at any job we do. Yes, I know. You don't need to tell me that, ho. You don't need to tell me that, okay? I already know. But I'm saying, specifically for those of you who use your pussy, your ass, your titties in those ways that it's getting penetrated, guys are fingering you, sucking you, licking you, and sticking you in your different orifices, and you exchange money for that. He gives you money and you give him access to your body in those ways. I don't think the average person going to work at the post office is going in thinking, they're going to be having sex. I know a lot of workplaces, people are having sex. They're not supposed to be, but they're doing it, and they find out it doesn't end well. It's not a good idea. But again, it's those types of people who will just fuck anywhere and fuck anything and fuck anytime without thought. So I don't want to know those types of people. So here, we have to speak on what we want to know. We don't mention what we don't want to know, but I had to say it to explain myself. So what I'm focused on, people who are like me, who are like-minded. It makes no sense for me to continue to engage these guys who don't have, they just, I think they're ill-mannered, and they're not conscious enough to realize I'm not interested in them, because any pussy that comes by, that they throw words at, that sticks to them or comes back to them, can get it. They don't seem to have any discernment. Anything is okay for them as long as it's a warm hole. And that's not acceptable to me, because then any hole can be a warm hole and acceptable to them. And that turns me off, because I believe the majority of these guys are not practicing and wearing condoms, for starters. I know condoms, blah, blah, blah. It's like the mask, right? Just wear it. And I'm sorry I'm saying that, because I'm not an anti-masker, but I deliberately don't put myself out there because I don't want to wear a mask. I've tried it, and it took me a long time to finally do it, and I felt forced, and I didn't appreciate that because I didn't want to wear it, because I think I take good enough care of myself that I'm not going to succumb to that unless if there is a deliberate attack of me, which is a possibility with the way people are and the way things are. And that's why I tend to stick to myself, because of these trust issues. You in the world have become a particular way. You've lost the touch with the God in you. I don't believe God going around screwing everybody. God is too busy creating wonderful things and managing, and people think God is watching. God is in you, and you are supposed to be watching, and that includes watching yourself. So I was doing massage, and men tried to grope me, fondle me, feel me up, grab my ass, and I wasn't having that. If I was the average hoe, I would say, okay, you wanna feel me up, you wanna touch me, that's an extra whatever they would charge. That's not for me. So it was happening, and I had to explain to them, this is not okay. Maybe the other masseurs do that, but not me. I strictly do massage because I really value massage, and I think it's one of the most wonderful therapies for our health and wellness. Optimal is good touch. People need touch. And hear all of you talking about fucking and sucking. These women boasting about how they can suck a dick. When I hear women talk about how they can suck a dick, and guys say, oh man, she sucked my dick, I cry like a baby and blah blah. You know what? Okay, good. You guys get together and do your thing. I ain't sucking no damn dick. Listen, I will suck a dick if I think you're worthy. But you guys are not worthy, so why the hell should I be out there sucking your damn dick? And you're sticking that dick anywhere it will go. So if she offer you her ass, her pussy, her mouth, you're gonna stick that dick in all of those holes, right? But you want a blowjob. I can't trust you guys. You're not trustworthy. And you don't feel godlike. Even if many of you call yourselves gods, you're far from it. I don't go around calling myself goddess. People call me that, and they've called me that for decades. I never called myself that, not once. So I was doing the massage. They were so aroused because of my skill at sensual touch, and it's something that came to me intuitively. I didn't go to massage training school. I did have my own personal masseurs. I had personal masseur, and I believe I started to I don't know. I was doing massages, and I started to know others who could then massage me and do it properly. But this guy was trying to have sex with me, I think, because he would give me the longest massage, even if I'm just there for an hour, over 2 hours, and I'm still there, and I'm not paying a penny more, because he's the one who kept me there, because he wanted to continue working on me. But I wasn't into him. I just let him, and he was doing shiatsu. And when he finished doing me, I went outside and felt as if I was just floating on air. It was so incredible. But he also my body contorted. He bent me and folded me, and he did all sorts of things. I loved it, but it was kind of creepy how much he didn't want to stop. Because there could be overstimulation. You can be over massaged, and he should know that. But again, that's another guy who desires me. And it gets to be a bit much. It really does. So from him, I had other masseurs as well. But he was the one who actually, even though he had made me feel like I'm floating on air and it was wonderful, he was a bit rough. I like a firm hand, but not too he was a bit heavy-handed. He was a big guy. And I was also not able to really relax as much as I wanted to, because he'd come to my place, but then I went to his place. He had a studio, and I went there, and he was the only one there, and I felt uncomfortable because it was this like a warehouse kind of setup, and he had this big German shepherds, which are my favorite dogs, but they're not my dogs, and I don't know these dogs, and it made me uncomfortable. I thought anything can happen, but I took my chance. I used to be more bold and brave, more courageous in my younger age, things I won't do now. I'm very protective of myself and have a heightened sense of safety and security. So from these different people massaging me, because I love massage so much, I learned how to do it right. Of course, not everyone is the same and will not have the same requirements, but I can pretty much do it by your prompting. Tell me how you want, harder, less, just give me a little, the right touch, indicate, give me an indication. But if you don't, which most of them don't, they just enjoy it and they don't say anything, and then they have a big boner. And you're supposed to how shall you say, they call it the happy ending. The happy ending. Well, I didn't want to do that, because I would say to them, I don't know, how do I know you? I could get in trouble with the law. If you want to do this, how about you come? And I do this kind of gyrating and shaking the body, and being very sensual, sexy. And next thing you know, he's ready to come. I didn't have to touch him. I start to develop these skills where guys can come, they can, you want to come? Okay, here, I give him the garbage. Don't tell me semen retention. You could do that. But if you can't do semen retention, here's the garbage. Because it's not going to be deposited into me. I'm too old to have babies anyway. Come on. So I learned over several years the art of sensual touch. And I also brought it into my domination sessions, so that when the client is expecting a harsh, hard beating, maybe he wants a paddle or a whip or a cane, I will mind fuck him, because I will maybe crack the whip, I will sound the cane on a hard surface, something to make him jump, and even maybe rub lightly the cane or one of the other implements along his body, make him think he's going to get that. And I may even give him one or two whacks. But then I put the velvet glove. But the velvet glove is simply my touch, my hand. And you have, variations of how the lightness, how light. You can go firm, but you sense it intuitively. You can even maybe massage some of their body. But I enjoy the stimulation of the nipples, their nipples, not mine. You cannot touch my nipples. I will probably kick you in the head. Best if you let me do it to you. So you want nipple clamps, you want closed pegs, you want long nails digging into it, you want it twisted, or what do you want? Depending, I can play along with that. Many men they love to have their nipples played with. That's why they always want to suckle women with especially bigger, larger breasts. So, I see people laughing at women who have big, floppy boobs, and I think if you only knew how much fun they have with their sexual partners, you wouldn't be calling them, they call them something balloons, water balloons. You're jealous of the water balloons. The big girls, people with big parts, get teased a lot, and I think those who tease them envy them. Maybe a little jealousy and envy there. They have things that you wish you have, that you could have, but you don't. And so you try to make fun of those who do. So, because I wasn't really into relationships, because of my trust issues, I decided to be an observer. So I'm in life observing everything, writing about it, recording, and talking to many people. That's how I learn. And so when all these guys have their penis ready for me, I put it off. I don't want it. So I turn down dates because I think a date, what's going to happen from there. And, when I went on dates, I usually made them take me home. I would find my way home. But I'm in a different place now. So I never like that. I don't do dates very well. I prefer to go out with a large group of friends, which I don't have anymore because I don't keep friends that close. So that's unlikely to happen. This touch, I started to enjoy the touching and even to be massaged because it was to me replacing having actual sex that I find sometimes messy, smelly, sweaty, and things I don't really particularly like. But in the past I did, when a guy is on top of you and he pumping and he's sweating, all this freaking sweat is falling on you. It's disgusting. But at the time, if you are young and stupid, you tell yourself you're in love. You're not in love, but for the moment too, so you can get off faster because ew, that's too much. You're like in the rain, but you're not. You're in bed, and this is not good. I don't want people sweating on me. And I remember some guy, I guess I was in love, and I was opening my mouth to catch the sweat because I was feeling so parched, like I needed water, and there was no water around. So I was, how gross is that? It's disgusting. Like I've done some disgusting, filthy, nasty things when I was younger. And that's how I know. Like I've been there, I've tried that, and that's how I know I don't want to do that stuff. That's, if you're going to do stuff like that, it's got to be with someone that is there for the long haul, longevity, like a future. Not some passing fancy, not some, even predatory player. Not some promiscuous penis, not some community dick. No, they're not worth that. The person I'm with, I gotta be into them because, and why am I into you? I learned it's not only about how you look, although that's important, but that's not most important. That you gotta be smart and skilled at something that is sustaining you, and there's many different, yet we can laugh together. We can have discourse on various topics. You can teach me. I can teach you, And one thing is important. You cook. You got to know how to cook. Or at least love to eat. But anyway, these are the things I look for. I don't look for a dick first thing, because a dick is always gonna be there, and a dick's gonna always be available, and a dick is a dime a dozen, or not even. Dicks are free, dicks are easy, and I don't like stuff like that. I don't like that. So if it means that I have to do without a penis forever, then so be it. Like I don't really care. It's not that important to me because I've learned to use my mind to make myself feel how I may need to feel at any given moment. But of course, it's better if there is a partner. And since there is no partner, I'm not going to pick any of these guys because these guys are not around for that. They're just around to hit it, and they're not understanding that I'm not that type of girl. Even if I repeat it, they don't believe me because you're a dominatrix, you're a sex worker, you're supposed to be a hoe, you're supposed to be easy and sleazy and teasy. And no, I'm not. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm gonna turn you down again. And you know what, I may just stop talking to you altogether because you're kind of dense. You're dense. And so I wasn't educated at the Institute of High Learning because that's where I saw so many of you so full of shit. They teach you to be full of yourselves and you're not in tune with the heart. It's your fucking head telling you you're a king, you're a god, king shit with your dick, and you can fuck all the, the maidens in the land. It's like, no, you can't just fuck your way into my life. This is just not gonna happen. So I no longer have male friends, and I'm okay with that because these guys don't know how to be a friend. So I'll have to say, especially the black males, because I've had white guys, they know how they just don't bring that shit to me. Even if they may have a crush on me, they don't push that on me. They don't come out and like bold like these niggas with their, I wanna fuck you, I wanna fuck you, fuck you, bitch, or you, how about I fuck you? Like, don't do that. You're not getting it. Maybe the white girls want that. Maybe Karen loves that. Becky want that, but not me. I am just not on that level. And I keep repeating that because I want you to grasp so that you can raise yourselves, get higher, and I believe you can get better, because in many cases you're actually not bad guys. You're not bad guys at all, but you have done some nasty things in your life. I've done nasty things, but some of the nasty things you did, ew, because I've always had limits and boundaries. But you guys don't seem that you ever had. Like, here's an example. You hear that a woman's pussy stinks, right? And all of you guys are still going after that girl. If you don't have a woman in your life, this is what I was told. It's just a story I'm repeating. So you don't have a woman, a regular woman. You just want something. And you know that this girl is easy and available. But she's fucking all these other guys. And then they're saying, but her pussy really stinks. So you gotta wear 2 condoms. What? So that's why I don't trust you guys, and I don't think you're worthy. Because you hear a girl's pussy stinks, and instead of talking to her about why it stinks and how she can help make it not stink, you're gonna go fuck her and put 2 condoms on. You guys, you want to rule the world, you want to be leaders, you want to be gods, you want to be kings, but look at the shit you're doing. You're putting 2 condoms on to put your penis into a smelly vagina. Instead of saying, hey babe, why don't we just take a shower together? I like it in the shower. Let's try that shit. We can watch that. Stick your finger up in there, bring some baking soda or vinegar or shit. The women are making all kinds of douches. Not douche, pardon me. Nona, I don't know what they call it. Yoni, a cleansing and blah, blah, blah. I don't need that stuff. I know I don't need that stuff. Because just the way my body is and how I take care of myself, I don't need that extra stuff. And I don't want it either. But some of you need it. But mostly what you need is your inner cleansing. You cleanse your heart. You cleanse your mind. And then come and see me. But chances are I'll already be snapped up, because, come on, they're getting better and better. The men who are talking to me are getting better and better. And I have taken the time and had learned to have the patience to just take it all in very slowly, because I will make the correct choice. And here I've lapsed into my consciousness, and from this day forward I will bring a heightened consciousness and attract better quality man in my life, just as I deserve. Thank you. Good night.